Hello everyone, thank you for coming. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about vascular diseases and why these diseases are found in specific areas of the aorta, which is the main artery in our body, in the human body. So first of all, I need to tell you that vessel disease or vascular diseases is a natural course, and everyone will go through that, but it can be delayed by your lifestyle. So then hurry up and choose a healthy lifestyle. So vascular diseases, as I said, is equal to vessel diseases, and well, I'm going to tell you about the vessel. Was first, the vessel is if we can imagine a water pipe, is basically the kind of the same. It's a similarity, but instead of water flowing through that pipe, blood will flow instead. So this is a healthy. This is a healthy vessel, it has a nice hole, but in an unhealthy vessel, we will find that hole is reduced. So we find a blockage in that hole, in that pipe, which is obstructing the flow of blood. So the risk factors are smoking, laziness or lack of exercise, and fat food. So okay, now we start getting into the aorta. The aorta has distinct sections, but the main two sections are the upper and the lower part, which are divided by the diaphragm. The upper part of the aorta is highly susceptible to these diseases, vessel diseases, comparing to the lower part. So this is the top part of the aorta, and this is the lower part. So something else to tell you about is that these two regions they come from different layers of an embryo. The top part comes from an ectodermal layer, and the lower part from the mesodermal layer. Now I'm going to tell you about an embryo. So we need to come back to the process of fertilization or conception. This is when mom and dad get together, the egg and the sperm fused, and after a couple of days, we get an embryo. An embryo is basically an egg, and it has three distinct layers: the ectoderm, the mesoderm, and the endoderm. This egg or embryo has stem cells inside, and these stem cells can give rise to any other cell in our body, like hair cells, nail cells, nerve cells, blood. And what I want you to remember is that also smooth cells can arise from stem cells. So the upper part of the aorta, the arch, I said that it comes from the ectodermal layer of an embryo. It's highly susceptible to these diseases, to vessel disease. And if we get a transversal cut, it's basically a pipe. It's just a pipe, but instead of having a metal wall, it has smooth muscle cells wall. That's what the wall is composed of. And also we can find stem cells scattered within this wall. So a healthy vessel will have a nice and clean open hole, and in a disease stage will have this blockage, and we find also that this blockage has smooth muscle cells inside. So we believe that these smooth muscle cells come from stem cells. Those stem cells that were these blue dots you can see there, those stem cells that were scattered within that wall. And this process from the stem cell to smooth muscle cells is called cell differentiation. That's the technical term to do it. It's just basically stem cells will become smooth muscle cells. So to recall, top part of the aorta, highly susceptible to vessel disease. It comes from the endoderm, so the endodermal layer of that embryo. Stem cells are in that wall of smooth muscle cells. We believe that they are the cause of smooth muscle cells that are found in that blockage. So actually, that blockage formed from those stem cells found in the aorta, in that piece of aorta. So my project is basically find out why these stem cells within this region and not in the lower region of the aorta, not in the lower region of the aorta, are highly susceptible to become smooth muscle cells. That's it. Thank you very much for listening.